How's it going, guys? Panther Films here, and today we're going to be reacting to the Season 1 finale of What If. This episode is titled, What If the Watcher Broke His Oath? But yeah, last episode we had Ultron wreaking havoc amongst the universes. The universe, and then now he's going to go to other universes. And he killed Thanos like that. See what I did there? And then he... had all the Infinity Stones, learnt about other worlds, blew them up, Ego, fucking Sakaar, the Sovereign, literally every other planet he destroyed. Asgard too, he fucked up everything. And then he found out that because he's a machine, his program was fulfilled, so he's like, what do I do now? And then he heard the Watcher, because the Watcher wouldn't shut the fuck up, and now he's taken over the universes, and now he's in charge of the multiverse. He's basically become the new Watcher. Because him and the Watcher had a Super Saiyan fight throughout universes. And then the Watcher went to evil Doctor Strange to help him at the end of the episode. And then that's how it ends. Like, I need your help. I wonder if this means they're going to build a team. But that would be pretty cool, though, because then it'd make every episode canon. Well, not canon, but, actually matter. Like, are we going to see T'Challa as Star-Lord, Captain Carter, maybe, Party 4 or something, maybe Killmonger from Episode 6? Maybe some zombie stuff in there too. Just combine everything just to defeat Ultron. That would be pretty cool. And then we had this side plot, which was Hawkeye and Black Widow extracting Zola and putting him in one of Ultron's drones. And then Hawkeye sacrificed himself so Black Widow would get out there. Zola couldn't hack into the hive mind because Ultron was in another universe. He's basically unstoppable now, so we'll have to see what they'll do. Hopefully everyone team up. Maybe Doctor Strange can use the Time Stone, because I think he has it now, doesn't he? And then maybe uses evil abilities and shit with all the monsters he's transformed into. And then the Watcher and Doctor Strange teaming up. Imagine I can just imagine the powers they'll be using in this episode. So let's stop doodling around and get right into the fucking episode. Da 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 da. This is always a good opening, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty catchy. Haley Atwell, Captain Carter, there we go. Chadwick, Michael B. Jordan, Chris Hemsworth, Benedict Cumberbatch. Literally everyone's in this episode. What about Ross Marquand?
What if?
Would have been so much better if Ultron was doing this intro here, but... Oh, Winter Soldier? Is that fucking the Leaper?
Gentlemen, watch our 6.
Why does Captain Carter look a little different?
Nothing good has ever followed the phrase Bernard in accounting.
Is the animation better? She looks different to what she did in the first episode. The animation looks much better. What the fuck? Why does this look so much better? Oh, for fuck's sake, here he is. Dude, we dealt with you in Falcon and Winter Soldier. Get out of here. Fuck's sake, dude.
Captain Carter, you have been chosen.
Jesus. Ego? Yeah. Well, I mean, that wouldn't have killed Ego. Stop it.
Star-Lord T'Challa, you have been chosen.
Huh? What do you mean? The Infinity Gauntlet?
Look, I'm out of the weapons business, not my cake, but...
What the fuck? Why the fuck is Tony there?
You, Gamora, have been chosen.
She's got Thanos' armor. What the fuck? Also, this is the continuation of Episode 6.
You have been chosen.
Oh, I fucking love it, dude. They're literally tying in every episode. Party 4? Oh yeah, because he's fighting Ultron's army, right? Yeah.
You've been chosen. How about you too? Thor.
Let's pick him up.
Prince of Asgard.
The new Avengers team. The Multiverse.
Yes.
I want to trust Killmonger with everyone. The animation looks so different. We never saw her though, that kind of sucks. I assume we were meant to see her this season, but they delayed the episode.
You aren't just our best hope to save one universe.
You are my last hope to save all of them. The Guardians
of the Multiverse. Haha. What the fuck?
Your worlds are either under attack or soon will be by Ultron.
Thanks, Tony Stark.
I've stolen more from us.
Seriously? You really are from another planet.
That's interesting that they've got Killmonger and T'Challa there, working together.
This is a suicide.
This is just a retelling of Endgame.
Tommy's getting rumbly.
With Thor is just a comic relief.
And after we recover the stones, we destroy them. The Infinity Crusher, designed to disintegrate each stone into nothing.
Thanos could have done that instead of snapping again. But whatever. Unless the Crusher was made in that episode with Gamora that we never saw.
Apparently, there's not enough intelligent life here to attract Ultron. Until
I mean,
we decide.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say, until you came.
I take it you know the Captain Carter on your universe.
Captain America.
Steve Rogers received the serum.
Now that would be a sight to see.
Oh. What's Killmonger doing, dude?
I trust everyone.
To face death is to conquer one's greatest fear.
Strange. They don't care. Strange.
To the guardians of the multiverse.
Alright, Thor, calm down. Jesus. My god, it's Galactus, dude. I mean, that had to do a great thing for good Doctor Strange in episode 4.
I know how to deal with this party pooper.
Wait, thought the plan.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I mean, that's not gonna do anything.
Can't say I've heard that battle cry before.
Yeah, I can hear Voss Marquand in that voice now.
All too easy.
It's like he's getting bored doing it. Whoa, that was fucking sick. Yo, holy shit, dude. I told you the visuals were fucking insane with Doctor Strange. It's like loads of like birds, but it's Mjolnir instead. Oof. I mean, that's not gonna do anything. Woo! How would he get out of that? Oh, dragons. Oh. The Soul Stone he took? Oh, the zombies! Jesus, what the fuck? Thanos. Really? No Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet? Oh. Oh. She didn't last long. What the fuck's Black Widow doing, dude?
You're the one woman I trust to have my 6.
Imagine she just shoots her.
I believe that you have something that belongs to me.
No. Well, she didn't last long, did she? His hand! Just rebuilt it with the reality stone. Nice. You're telling me these motherfuckers can beat him?
Why won't you die?
Well, exactly. Why don't you just destroy the galaxy with them in it? He ate the explosion. I thought he ate the fucking the Soul Stone. Telling you, dude, the fighting is. Oh, look at this fucking cop, dude. Oh, both the shields, the Red Guardian shield. I feel like this is too easy. I'm not gonna lie. Like after all that setup last episode, it feels a bit too easy to beat it. It's like Infinity War and Endgame, having Thanos be OP as fuck, and then the next film is just nothing. Time Stone. Well, now he wins. Doesn't Doctor Strange have the Time Stone though? Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, 2 Time Stones. Yeah, they're playing fucking Doctor Strange's music, dude. Oh, for fuck's sake. Galactus, dude, what are you doing? The Hydra monster. Yeah, she recognizes it. Oh no, maybe not. What the fuck? This is it. Kaiju battle. Infinity Crusher.
You're done.
Convenient that it went in the exact positions it needed to for the stones, but whatever. Really? It was that easy?
Not so hard.
No, maybe it was reality. Yeah, maybe use the reality stone.
Didn't the Watcher warn you?
The Crusher was designed to destroy the stones on my world, not his.
Ah. Interesting. That's interesting. I guess that's how it works.
If I destroy you, you all fall.
I feel like the voice isn't as good as last episode. It's like you can hear Voss Marquand more in the voice. You couldn't really hear it last episode. And this is gonna break. Wait, did the shield just break? What the fuck? No, she's dead. She's totally dead. Zola. What happened to the Zola drone though? Where's that? I kind of wish the Watcher got involved more, like with fighting Ultron. I don't think so. That's not how it works. But I mean, they're fighting a robot from another universe. Oh, it is what it is. I doubt it, dude. Come on. There's no chance this is gonna work, right? Really? Bite into his eye? Oof. Won't Zola have all them powers now, though? Isn't that a bit stupid? Fucking Widow's getting fucked up.
This body is occupied.
For now,
What is your objective?
my objective is to end you.
And that feels like kind of a cheap way to take him out. Oh. God damn it, dude. It's kind of underwhelming. There's no way. Really? I mean, he's just sleeping, it looks like. It doesn't seem like he's dead. Oh, for fuck's sake, what's he doing now? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Cousin, what are you doing?
The Watcher, are you gonna turn down the one thing guaranteed to save your homes?
Hand over the stones, cousin.
I'm sorry it has to end this way.
Kill him. Give us justice for episode 6, dude.
That explains the stomach face.
MODOK. Kinda. Really? He's that powerful just to take the stones back like that?
We were never meant to win.
What, like Infinity War? There's only one way to win? I love how they're playing the Doctor Strange music. Now that they're out in the open, you can destroy them, mate. Oh no, wait, you contained them in a bubble? Is that what happened? Jesus, fucking hell, flashback. Rest in peace, Clint. Even though you're not dead in our universe, but...
Someone needs to attend to them. If that pocket dimension cracks, if they escape.
I'll watch. What are friends for?
Once you walk through that door, you will return to the exact moment you left.
Without any knowledge of what happened, right?
Time to go, Captain.
Can I see him one last time, maybe? Jesus.
You'd rather return to another time. That time needs Captain Carter.
So what does Black Widow do? She's literally like the last human on her planet. What do you do with her?
We're just stories to you. We're not real. You watch us fight. Tell me, did you make popcorn while Ultron murdered my friends?
He probably did, honestly.
You, they, are everything to me.
Then fix my world.
He can. He can.
I'm not walking through that door.
The door was more of a metaphor anyway.
Wait, what the fuck? Wait, what? What the fuck?
Where are we?
On a world that lost their widow.
Oh, episode 3.
You told me all your secrets.
Wow.
You're not my Natasha.
He literally connected the dots like instantly.
That's it, isn't it?
Look at fucking Peter and T'Challa.
But every story is my home. And I will protect it to the end.
Dun-dun-dun. After credit scene. After credit scene. Oof. Yeah, because she was in the middle of a fight.
Shake it off, because you're going to want all your marbles for this one.
Tease to next season, maybe?
Last words.
Galactus did. Thanos. Oh!
The Hydra Stomper?
Steve's in there?
There's someone inside.
Steve? What should be Bucky or something? It's not gonna be Steve. What should be Bucky? I feel like it was a good finale, but it kind of felt rushed. You know, because when you think about it, it was like Endgame. You know, Endgame went right pretty much for the heroes like the whole time. They figured out time travel like that. I mean, it went right to some extent. Obviously, you had the time skip at the beginning. It was like, what the fuck? As soon as they figured out the time travel, everything went right for them. They managed to get the stones. They managed to get that. Then Thanos came in. The Avengers compound was destroyed. But no one died because of that, you know? The only people that died was Black Widow and Tony, and both of them just made a sacrifice play. The reason why I think it's rushed is because, like, last episode you had, what was that, like 20 minutes, 25-minute episode or something like that? And that was like Ultron winning, and then this was just Ultron getting his ass handed to him by a bunch of people that he could have easily wiped out like that. I find it interesting that Doctor Strange held his own against Ultron, because like Ultron never fought Doctor Strange, right? Killmonger's a tit, you know, Killmonger's just stuck in there forever, the little bubble now. Interesting how like the Watcher said he can't intervene, but didn't he literally just intervene at the beginning of the episode? Like, he's intervening and bringing these heroes together to defeat Ultron. I also find it kind of weird that Ultron, like, Ross Marquand wasn't in the opening credits at all. But they had Samuel L. Jackson in there, and he was only in it for, like, one line. But yet you don't have Ross Marquand in the opening credits, unless I missed him. I don't think I did, though. Is that stuff with Gamora and Tony, was that the episode that was moved, like, to Season 2? Because I assume that would have been Episode 8, and this would have been Episode 10, right? Like, episode 9 and 10 would have been the Ultron, like, 2-episode thing. The cool thing about this episode is that you had everything from every episode in it, right? Even an episode that we never actually saw, like the Sakaar and Gamora episode, which I think is next season. Like, we got to see Marvel Zombies in there for a quick little bit, but the only problem with that is they didn't utilize like Thanos Zombie or whatever, Zombie Thanos, right, with the Infinity Gauntlet. That would have been pretty cool. Like, dude, why have we not seen that? Why have we not seen two people with Infinity Stones go against each other? We kind of saw it a little bit with Doctor Strange and Ultron in the episode, but it would have been interesting to see Thanos versus Ultron, like a full-on battle, but maybe next season. There's setup for next season. I don't know who's good. The interesting thing is they didn't show who was in the Hydra Stomper, which makes me think that it's not actually Steve. It's probably Bucky. Like, I like how it's just got like Guardians of the Multiverse instead of like Guardians of the Galaxy. It's Guardians of the Multiverse. That's pretty cool. It just felt rushed, and I think that's my problem with it. Like, they got all the heroes together, they made up a plan, then they fought Ultron for a little bit, and then they won. You know what I mean? There was no like deaths or anything like that, which would have made the battle a little bit more better. It just kind of felt like a standard Marvel ending. You know, the heroes win. Like, can we not end a film with the villain winning? There's only one time they did it, and they never stuck to it, and it fucking pisses me off. Like, I just want I guess Civil War kind of did it, but like I said, they didn't stick with that. Like, Civil War, the villain, like, Zemo kind of won. But then, you know, a couple films later, like, they're back together again, so it doesn't really matter. That's my only problem with Marvel. I just think they don't have consequences. And I know it's like... But, like, Tony's dead. I mean, Tony, like, his death doesn't really matter when there's a multiverse, right? Killing characters only does so much in a Marvel universe, but I want there to be a little bit of a consequence where the villain legit wins. Age of Ultron. Say what you want about the film. Yeah, it's not the best film, but at least, like, Quicksilver stayed dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is dead. Oh, are we going to get a What If Deadpool episode? What if Deadpool killed the Marvel Universe? Instead of the Watcher introducing it, it's Deadpool because, you know, if you've read the comic of that, it's pretty fucking funny. But like, that would be cool. That would be a cool What If episode. Right? Have Ryan Reynolds like come back for like a 2-episode story arc about him killing the whole fucking Marvel Universe. That would be a really good like 2-episode story, I think. Also, I just don't like the beginning of how they had the Watcher introduce it, because he was no longer the Watcher. They should have given it to Ultron. Ultron should have been like, I'm in charge of all the universes, and some like random like villain monologue before the episode started. What if I won? I don't know. It would have been interesting. Also, like Ultron, like Ross Marquand's a fantastic actor and a great impressionist, but for some reason, when you compare his voice last episode to the voice this episode, you can hear more of him in this episode. Like last episode, you've kind of got a little bit of James Spader in there, a little bit. It was close, but not like accurate. But that was with the the voice effects. But like this episode, it's like they toned down the voice effects a little bit. So the ego thing would be a disaster for the universe, but then T'Challa managed to save everyone anyway, immediately. So like I guess that didn't matter. And then you had episode 3 that came back at the end, where they defeated Loki. I was kind of confused what was happening at first, and I was like, wait, is this episode 3? Because like I saw Captain Marvel, I was like, wait, wasn't that like didn't that happen at the end of episode 3? Then episode 4, what was episode 4? Oh yeah, the Doctor Strange episode. So Doctor Strange is just like overlooking, the globe, or like the trap for eternity. Can he not die then? Is that because he's devoured all the monsters and shit, so he just can't age? I guess, because like he maybe like devours something that can live for 1,000 years or something like that, and he'll just live forever. He's that powerful. He managed to eat an explosion that almost destroyed a galaxy. That's how powerful Doctor Strange is. He's fucked. Also, we had Wanda that was in here, like, well, Zombie Wanda. She didn't... you know what I mean? Like, compared to Endgame, like... I mean, to be fair, in Endgame, Thanos didn't have the Infinity Gauntlet or the Infinity Stone, so I guess there's kind of a reasoning there. Like, Scarlet Witch or Wanda is more powerful at the end of WandaVision than she was in Endgame, obviously. So... But she was, she was grief-stricken, so she was pissed. And plus, she was a zombie in this too, so she's not exactly, like, too bad. She can use her powers, but I don't think she's too threatening. So I guess that means she might have beat Hulk then in episode 5. I'm curious what that means. Are we going to go back to Marvel Zombies? Because, they set up something there, but they never continued it. Everything else they kind of, like, continued. Like Killmonger. Like, Shuri and... Pepper were going to like go against him in in Wakanda, and then he was taken by the Watcher, and now he's stuck in a fucking little bubble for the rest of the time with Ultron or Zola, I guess. Yeah, I'm so curious though, like, What If can do so much with the films they've already had, but maybe they can do some comic stuff too. You know, like things we never actually saw in the MCU, but they like can adapt a comic storyline that never happened in the MCU storyline. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe they can bring in like a Daredevil. Oh, dude, because there's been rumors recently that a Daredevil Disney Plus show is coming back, and it might be a soft reboot, which kind of sucks. But I guess if it's a soft reboot, it kind of would be loosely based on like the Netflix show, because season 3 of Daredevil was fucking sick. Season 2 was good too with Punisher. Like, I just hope they kind of bring back all the Netflix shows, because I think all of them were good in terms of like, you know, production value, but it was like some of the writing in like Iron Fist and Luke Cage was alright. I think season 2 was okay, but that Diamondback at the end of season 1, that shit sucked. But then you had, how's it going to work though? If Luke Cage does come into the MCU and it is that version, wouldn't they have to change Cottonmouth? Because Cottonmouth is played by Mahershala Ali. So, and he's playing Blade. Also, Venom, Let There Be Carnage, I managed to get spoiled on an after credit scene, but I won't talk about that until a couple of weeks, until everyone's kind of watched the film. Maybe with Hawkeye we'll kind of talk about it and what the effects of that will be. Or maybe by then, hopefully, the second Spider-Man No Way Home trailer will be out. Because I've heard that, you know, once Venom comes out, they'll start advertising more for No Way Home. Also, Morbius. We'll have to see what happens with Morbius, too. And I know they've not really advertised that much, so we'll have to see what they do with Morbius. I'm not sure how the multiverse thing works. Is it literally a consequence of Loki? Or, because, I mean, we've seen a bunch of different effects that have happened in the MCU so far, and you know, with Spider-Man No Way Home we've kind of seen a glimpse of it with the trailer. So how does it work exactly? Because when you get into the multiverse and time travel shit, that's when it gets confusing. But like, when you think about it, at the end of Loki, Sylvie stabbed Kang, right, or the one who remains, he who remains, and then the multiverse kind of started branching. So that made me think, okay, maybe like Loki's the start of that. But then WandaVision might be connected to it too, because she heard her kids when she was using the Darkhold, and then what does that mean? Does that mean she hears her kids in another universe, or what? And then you've got Spider-Man No Way Home with Doctor Strange and Peter breaking a spell that cracks open the universe. So I don't know. I don't know which is the definitive. Maybe it's like small stuff, and then altogether it'll cause this big like thing. We'll have to see though, because I don't know how they're handling it. Because is What If a consequence of Loki, or is What If just you can watch it any time type of thing? Like it's just the multiverse is always in a spiral, is always happening. Maybe that's how it works. Like Loki, the multiverse is leaking into the main MCU storyline, and not necessarily like each universe is separate type of thing. But now they've started leaking into one another, so they'll start combining and things will start changing around and shit in like one universe. Maybe that's how it works. That would make sense. The problem with like the multiverse is cracking and shit at the end of Loki, how would that tie in with Doctor Strange exactly? Because isn't Loki set like at the end of time with Kang? So how would the multiverse cracking at the end of time cause, or fracturing at the end of time, cause the spell back in whatever year No Way Home is set to break and crack open the multiverse? You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure how it works. Maybe they'll go in more in depth with it in the Multiverse of Madness film, because that makes sense though. Because I mean, they're not going to focus too much on the multiverse stuff right now. They're going to tease us with it and like kind of, you know, give us glimpses of it and get like fans hyped, especially for Spider-Man, because we all know who's going to be in that film. Like logically, just think about it. You know, you can't have the Raimi villains. You can't have fucking Electro in there and not have the two Spider-Mans that go against them villains. Like, come on, dude. Maybe you could even have Miles in there, because they kind of set him up in Homecoming with, you know, what the fuck is his name? Childish Gambino. Childish Gambino, right? He played Miles' uncle, which means he'll become Prowler, right? The Captain Carter scenes in this episode were in the events of Winter Soldier. So you'd assume instead of them doing the Winter Soldier, like Bucky, they have him become the Hydra Stomper, maybe. I don't know. Also, I noticed the Leaper was a bit more talkative this episode. I don't know if that was the actual guy who played him in the movies and Falcon and Winter Soldier. I liked how they kept using like Doctor Strange's music cue, like his little theme song a little bit every time he was using his powers. It was like dun, 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 dun. That's probably not even it. I feel like the visuals were better this episode. Is it just me? I feel like immediately, like, let me look back at episode 1, because I need to look at Captain Carter in that episode, because she looks so different. Yeah, she does look a little different. Like, she looks slightly better detailed, I guess. Maybe it's the hair. I don't know. She looks slightly different. It's like the animation got a little bit better. The lip syncing's a bit shit still, but there's nothing you can really do about that. I think the biggest problem with the finale is just how it has an issue of being rushed, you know? Like, it's somewhat satisfying, but it's not at the same time, you know what I'm saying? It could have been more satisfying if it was a little bit of a longer episode and you had more time to, like, tell a story better and make it feel organic and instead of, like, rushed. But because it's only a 20-minute, 25, 26-minute episode, because it said it's like 35 minutes on Disney Plus, but at least 5 of them fucking minutes or 3 of them minutes of credits, right? And then you've got, like, the 2-minute intro with the... You know, the dun 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 dun, that's at least a minute. And then you've got the intro of What If saying, like, ponder the question, what if, that's another minute. So it's about 30-minute episode around that, or 29-minute episode. So, you know, wrapping up a storyline with clearly massive stakes in 29 minutes is a little bit like, you know, I mean, like Endgame. Think of Endgame and Infinity War, right? Altogether, that's 5 hours, right? 5 hours. Oh, actually, is it a little bit more than 5 hours? I mean, I guess Infinity War's 2.5, right? Pretty sure. So, I mean, like, it's about 5.5 hours in terms of the whole story. But this, I mean, the stakes felt higher in this than they did in Infinity War and Endgame. You know? But Endgame was, like, the end of the Infinity Saga, even though, like, they're still in the Infinity Saga, it feels like, because it's literally just back-to-back Infinity Stone shit. I hope next season they go into, like, some really cool what-ifs. I really want a Deadpool one now. Maybe they can do, like, a... I don't know. I don't think they'll do an X-Men... Do you think they'll do an X-Men what-if? They could do a Daredevil one. I don't know what they do with Daredevil. What if Daredevil wasn't blind? Maybe? I don't think so, though. Because I just removed the sense of, like, him being Daredevil. Like, the reason he is Daredevil is because he's blind. You know? Because his senses are heightened. I fucking love Daredevil, dude. He's such a great character. He just needs to be in the MCU with the other... I want to see Daredevil, Matthew Murdock, and Spider-Man on screen together. You know what I'm saying? Like, people who've read them comics, whoo, they're pretty good. Dude, I want to see Ghost Rider in the MCU. Like, properly in the MCU. We kind of saw him in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I want to see, like... I want to see Ghost Rider with Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if that would work. Get Nick Cage back as no, don't. I mean, there's different, you know, Ghost Riders. There's at least, like, I think 3 or 4, right? You had Bobby Reyes, right? Who was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Then you have Johnny Blaze. I mean, you're introducing Blade soon, which means vampires. And then you've got Morbius happening too, around that same time. You have Morbius and then you have Blade coming up. Is that... I mean, well, I mean, based off the trailer of Morbius, wasn't fucking Vulture in that? Adrian Toomes? It has to be in the same universe then, right? Unless it's just a trick and it's like, oh yeah, no, this is Vulture in that universe, in the Sonyverse. But, you know, I mean, if you've seen the after credits scene of Venom, which was spoiled for me, but if you've seen that, I mean, you can kind of get an explanation there. I'm so curious, like, what they do next season. Like, is there like a release date for season 2? Let me check the Twitters. What if season 2? Is there anything on it? Okay, so we've got like an interview here. Sorry about this. I'm fucking sorry about the brightness, dude. This camera sucks. Okay, so Marvel movies have some of the best superhero action ever. Well, yeah, I mean, there's no one else doing superhero movies. I guess The Boys, but that's not a movie, and also I haven't watched it, so I don't know. I think any comic book lover knows Ultron in the comics is absolutely terrifying. Age of Ultron is great, but it was only one movie, and at times, to me, it didn't seem to give that classic villain enough screen time that I would have given him. True. We can only fit so much in those movies. This was our opportunity to... If they made Age of Ultron like a 2-part Avengers film, maybe it would have been better, you know? I just don't think they did enough justice to him, and also Joss Whedon fucking sucks, dude. There were so many episodes we pitched Kevin Feige, it was like 30, Jesus. I mean, that's 3 seasons at least. Gamora and Tony Stark episode, it couldn't be completed because of pandemic stuff, but it got moved to season 2, so that's awesome. It kind of sucks though, because it's like, you see them in the episode, but it's like, you've got no history with them, so you don't really care. You know, you've got history with both the characters, but like, not them versions of the character, right? Will we see season 1's characters again, or will season 2 be all new timelines? In season 2 we get to play more of phase 4? Oh! Really? We're going phase 4 stuff. And those parts of the MCU multiverse. So hopefully you'll see some Shang-Chi characters, some Black Widow characters, maybe an Eternal or 2 will pop up. As far as revisiting our season 1 heroes, I love Peggy Carter, and our post-credit scene was kind of a promise. Hopefully a promise that her story will continue in different ways. Makes sense. Do you think... No. You think, like, No Way Home could influence an episode of What If? Could we see, like, what if The Amazing Spider-Man 3 happened? I don't fucking know. Like, something stupid like that. Poor Thanos, is he ever going to catch a break in the multiverse? Well, I think Thanos is pretty badass on his own, and I think it's important for everyone to remember that it's infinite possibilities. So yes, there are universes where Thanos maybe didn't get his act together and isn't quite as badass as we thought. Or he was on the verge and was defeated in a different way. I'm sure there's a universe where Thor aimed for the head. I do think that's kind of a lazy way to explain it, though. Infinite possibilities, so it doesn't matter. You know? Is there like a release date of like What If Season 2? Or is it... Have they talked about when it's coming? Is it next year? I think it's next year, right? There was planning to have Star-Lord T'Challa spin off into his own show. We were all very excited, but no, Chadwick would have loved... Oh... That would have been a cool spin-off. So lovely to see so much of T'Challa this season. It felt like a gift to audience who felt like they didn't get to see enough of Chadwick's performance. Was he able to record anything for Season 2? Unfortunately, no. So that was it then. That was his final episode. I'm so curious, like, do we have like a release date of Season 2 at all? Is there no release date? I want a fucking release date, you know what I'm saying? So the reason the Tony episode was delayed was because it was the last one in production, and then they just didn't have time to finish it, which kind of sucks. We could get Season 2 as early as 2022. I mean, that doesn't give me... So just next year, I guess. I mean, they've probably done a couple of the episodes, to be fair, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I mean, that's the end of Season 1. Alright, like I said, just kind of felt a little bit rushed towards the end there. But, you know, that's kind of like how every episode felt. Like, last episode was fine, I feel like, because it was like a part 1 of 2, so you knew the story was going to continue. But this episode, everything just kind of went a bit too smooth, I think. Good episode. Not as satisfying as I hoped it to be, though. But it is what it is. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. And I will see you for the next one. Ta-ta. And fair.